Do you want to take some calls?
Not really. Not after that shit last week.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
What happened last week?
Oh, no, we just had one caller.
We took one call, and it was awful. And Rocco hung up on him
I felt bad. Rocco hung
mid-sentence.
up.
Really?
But you know what? Hey, it was going down a road Rocco doesn't want to go down.
Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes that
Meg
dark,
will take those questions.
No.
I thought it was humorous.
I'm afraid of what those
He
questions were.
fucking busted me up. He just stopped that dude. It was like a freight train going out of control, and then Superman just lands on the track and catches it with two hands. Like,
Really?
holy shit, that stopped fast.
Main guy power, dude.
Fuck.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, that
is
was main
a
guy
lot of
power.
times when you don't have the
That's
power in your
big
hands.
dick
I've only
energy.
had the mouse like once or twice, but like sometimes rock hands like, oh fuck, that was harsh. But when you're the person doing it, it feels good. It's like, yeah, fuck,
Yeah,
done.
you have
Check
I'm
this
done.
out.
ultimate
Like,
power.
yeah, you just kind of feel like
Hand
you're,
of God.
you're in control. I am the law.
Well,
Hey, if that caller is watching right now, no hard feelings. I hope you don't feel like we're picking on you.
we spoke on the PPS last week.
Oh, a follow-up?
I had a great conversation though. He knows that comedic timing is everything with his favorite podcast.
What?
I can only assume.
That was not the issue whatsoever.
I think Rocco was going for the big ha funny. Let me hang up. Everyone will have. I thought it was.
Let me
hilarious.
give everybody out there a little piece of advice. Because I know you've probably been watching us for years, and you worship us, and we're your favorite people in the whole world.
Let it be known.
Yeah, we know that. And when you call us, you're probably nervous as fuck, or you just feel like the spotlight's on you. And so I could see how people would want to like hype themselves up, like, all right, I'm gonna get my energy up, and I'm not gonna fuck this
Like
up. And I'm
Rambo.
gonna talk to them, and I'm gonna say what I have to say, and I'm not gonna be bullied around, and I'm gonna talk. Just slow your roll, take a breath, and just realize we're just human beings like you, man. We are, we put our pants on one leg at a time, and when you call us, we just have a nice back and forth conversation. You don't need to come in here with the whole conversation planned out in your head. I'm going to ask this person this and this and this and this and this. Just call us up.
These people have journals with questions in them that
It's
they're
like
ready
Bobo
to
in the
read.
Howard
I
Stern
know.
show.
Now, here's the thing. Don't call us up with nothing to talk about. Other end of the spectrum is just as bad. Hey, what's up? What's up with you, man? Just watching the podcast. You have a question? No.
wanna
That's
say,
no
hey.
good either. But if you bring a topic, let's engage together.
Yeah.
Let's have an organic conversation.
Yeah.
That's all.
Morning radio DJs have this trouble too. I mean, people call in all excited. It's not just podcast.
I think you watch the podcast for an hour, and then you're sitting on hold, and when your call gets picked up, it's like an adrenaline rush. Like,
and you forget.
When I was a little kid, Nickelodeon had a call-in show. I think it was like Slime Time Live, some afternoon shit. They had a thing, call in, and I called in. It rang, it went through. Hello, and I hung up. I was so fucking nervous.
Hey,
and then they were on air. Hello. All right, we're gonna go to another caller. I was so fucking nervous.
That
I've been
happened
there.
to me too. I called the Howard Stern show once. It was during PAX East, and we're never up at that time, but we were up early
because we're on the East Coast.
East Coast time, and so I was like, oh shit, it's just like years ago. I'm like, I'm gonna call and talk about Eric the Midget. I don't know. I have no real reason why, but I'll try
Where's
it.
the actor, please?
It rang one time, and someone answered. Stern show.
Oh no.
What do you want to talk about? And it was like, click. Like
Probably
I
Will.
wasn't prepared. Yeah, I think it was. It was someone like I recognized,
Stern show.
like their voice. I was like, oh, I did not expect this. I can't.
You got too
Why'd
close
I
to
do
God.
this? So I panicked.
Wow.
I panicked.
You should have had it in your notebook, written down like Bobo.
Yeah. And then I thought, like, if I was so panicked about that, can you imagine if they put me on the air? I would have been a shit show. That'd be a shit show.
No, I have had fantasies for fucking 15 years about how cool and collected I would be if I ever called in and got on.
Yeah?
the board.
yeah,
And
I'm sure it would go
I would not, because there is
just
a,
like your fantasy.
because I have studied this, and there is
Right.
a protocol. You don't say hi to Fred. You don't say hi to Robin.
No.
You say hi, Howard. You get to the fucking point
Right away.
in the next word.
And you don't tell a joke.
You can open with the way you say hi to Howard can be like, hey, Bolf. Or
Yeah,
like,
sure, that's
hey
fine.
Har, like Benji,
Right,
you can give in a little like
A little
hey,
bit.
I'm a listener, 15 years. You don't need to tell him that. You don't need to tell him that.
right.
You just call in. You say, hi Har, I want to talk about The Bachelor. Now, you know this guy's a virgin.
Right.
And I heard a video. You know, you lead in from there. You get him with the Bachelor thing. something
Howard
that he's-
loves TV.
He
Something
likes.
that he's already been talking about
Right.
earlier in the week or possibly last week's show.
Yeah.
You know, this is stuff that I have copious notes on. I've never tried to call in.
And there was one time I left a voicemail.
Then the fantasy would be shattered.
Yeah.
with Howard Stern, and it wasn't when he was live. It was just like a thing. But they did this. This guy came in, and he said that he was the biggest Eric the Actor fan, and he knew the most about him. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
you do not. It is me. And so I called trying to like say that guy sucked.
Really?
Oh my
I was
God.
annoyed. I was mad.
Yeah,
like,
you wanted to be
that
quizzed.
guy is not. He doesn't know the most. He just fucking doesn't. So. If you want to do a game show or some shit, I'll be on it. Otherwise, I'm gonna let you know that guy doesn't know shit. So
I got to become
yeah,
a bigger.
Eric the Actor was in my wedding vows, so that's how serious
Yeah.
I take him.
Sean, like a hypnosis, listened to Eric the Actor calls and his time on the Stern Show, which amounts to like probably like 20 or so hours of tapes. Something like
Do
that.
they
right?
ever? Do
you
they
just
ever?
listen to it while you sleep, like a
sleep, yeah.
hypnosis?
Do they ever reminisce about Eric
They do bring him up.
They mention him
Yeah.
often.
often?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
he was beloved.
I mean, he
Well, in death, everybody's beloved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
I-
but yeah, the only one who really didn't like him was Gary. On
yeah,
the show.
and we were doing Comic-Con. I was walking to the booth, and Gary was running down like he's like on like a jog.
Yeah.
like running through San Diego, and he was
Good
at a
for
light
him.
stopping. Yeah, and he was like standing next to me, and I'm like, "Hey, Gary, Eric is the best part of the show." And then he was like, "You either love him or you hate him." I was like, "Well, I love him. Best part of the show."
That's a perfect interaction with Gary. You didn't bug him. You
No.
didn't get a
I
photo
just
or a
wanted-
selfie.
no,
or
no.
anything.
You
See,
should call up.
He's thought it out too.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just throw out a horrible idea.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
think you should do it. You should call them up and tell them that you are the reincarnation of Eric, and just do an impersonation of him.
That will
Oh.
not fly. Impersonations get made fun of and hung up on
Yeah.
like within seconds.
Well, what's the alternative? Sean hanging up on himself in a
well, that's true, that's
nanosecond.
true.
That's true. Well, I did hang
Well,
up on
you know
myself.
what? You would probably get on maybe if he wasn't annoyed with the premise of I've got the best Eric the Midget impression, and he'd put you on the spot, and it would probably
Yeah.
not come off well across the phone. Maybe though.
I don't. My impression's not that good. I just know a lot about him.
Oh, you
I
got to
just-
work on it. You got to put that knowledge to use.
Yeah, I just know like how he stops. Like he has this gift of he makes a one syllable word like 4 syllables. He can do that because he's like can't breathe
He has
correctly.
to take a breath in between.
Yeah.
I think I need to become a bigger influencer to somehow get on the show.
Okay.
In some type of contest or something. I might have to get nude though.
What? Oh yeah, because they do. Well,
A lot of the times, people have to do
Well,
crazy
okay.
shit to get on the show.
now we're just talking about Howard Stern.
Well, I mean, our last
But-
video was about the '90s.
but
and
would
Howard's show is a lot
legitimately,
different now.
Garrett, if
Yeah.
we said we got you, you can go on the Stern show.
Some of the
But
Rooster Teeth
you're-
people have been on the show.
I do know that. Not like during not like.
I think they
Yeah,
got the,
Howard
I think,
loved him.
I think Bernie told me he sat in on an after show with John Hine
Fuck,
and
that's cool.
Gary.
That's
God,
not the
that's
same.
fucking cool. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's
But he was
pretty
in the
close.
studio
like
though. I
sitting
saw a
on this
picture of him
show.
in the studio.
Pretty-
Oh, it's so
pretty-
fucking cool.
pretty close.
But if they said, Garrett, you can be on the show, but you'll have to be naked.
Yeah.
Like your
Garrett
dick
would
has
do
to
it.
be out. Would you do it?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and now they're doing video again.
This
on
dude
the
would ride the
app.
Sibian. He'll do anything.
I'll ride the Sibian, sure. It would be a privilege. And
A privilege, yeah.
I feel like I really understand Richard Christie on the show.
Yeah.
Who they accuse of being gay so often because of his I guess it always kind of the mind goes to cock with him.
Right, it does.
And it's always like gay stunts and like the other day he reached in Brent's pants and pulled his dick out and like puppeted it. On like hey, what if we did this? Like wait, we were talking about his wife and you
Yeah,
went
that's
right
some-
to
That's some doghouse shit.
so I feel like I because he always says like, it's just funny. It's not, you do it for the laugh. I feel like I would go as far as being nude and probably having to do some kind of like
Thing with Richard.
gay act with Sal and Richard. Where like, Sal's into humiliation and stuff, He's always
Wow.
like dipping his
Testicles.
foreskin in no, he's got that big pouch. And he dips it in paint and will like paint mustaches on fans.
I
like-
zoned out for a second, and
It's,
I came back in with dip your pouch in paint.
Oh yeah, there's like all kinds of great contests that used to go on in the old days.
Let's take a call.
Yeah. Let's take a call.